Good morning, everybody. I wanted to start doing these Facebook Lives and reach out to you and share with you what Eva Vegan Spa is about and to feed your noggin because it's so important for us to understand what it is that we're putting on our bodies. So I'll be doing this every Friday at 9 a.m. and I would love for you to send in your topics. That would be amazing, and I will give you as much information as I know about them. Today, I would actually like to talk about food for the skin and the importance of that. So, a lot of people know that there's these paleo diets and whole food raw diets and a lot of different diets out there, but it's not just about what we put in our bodies. Taking care of our bodies includes so much more than exercise and eating right and sleeping right, but it also includes what we're putting on the outside of our body. Our skin is our body's biggest organ, and what we're exposing it to really makes a difference. So I have introduced this Eva Vegan Spa line as food for the skin, and really that's about the concise bit of it. So it's really about putting things on your body that don't have chemicals in it, that's not going to add toxins to your body. If you actually consumed the products, you're not going to have a toxic effect in your body. I won't claim that it actually tastes good because none of my products really taste super good except the sugar scrub. If you like salty stuff, maybe the salt scrub. But the perfumes or the lotions, they have like a bland taste to it. But the point is that if you actually ate it, nothing's going to go wrong internally in your system. You're not going to have to call, poison control? You're not going to have to call poison control because of what you just ate. And I actually was looking at doing a line like this a long time ago. Back in 2005, I started with having really bad reactions to products that were available on the grocery store shelves, or even some I guess what's the right way to say it? Maybe like some direct sales companies or brand name companies. I was having a lot of bad reactions on my skin, and they would either break out, my skin would break out, or I would get pimples. What else? I had bad rashes. I had a lot of redness. It was drying. It was itchy. Really, it was just miserable being in my own skin. And so I actually just started working with coconut oil, and it turned into a lot more than that. It turned into working with shea butters and cocoa butters, and loving the smell of it, but mostly loving that my body wasn't having any issues with it. I wasn't having the breakouts or the irritations. And knowing that this was safe for me to actually consume as well just made me feel a lot better. It started making sense to me that if I was putting things in my body that was good for me, because at that time I had just started teaching fitness classes, keeping to a raw or a whole food diet or very clean diet was actually really important because it kept my energy levels up. But it never clicked with me that I was brushing my teeth with something that said it's not safe to swallow, or you would have to call poison control. It wasn't clicking with me that maybe something's not quite right about that. So fast forward about 5 years, when all these products were actually working for myself at home, I actually decided to put a combination of lotion together, and it was working even better than the lotion that I had found individually. So I had like 4 different products of lotion that on their own they worked great, but if I combined them all together, it worked awesome. And I started sharing that with other people, and they really liked it. And it just kind of spiraled from there. It was so important for me to educate people about what it is that they're putting on their skin. I was helping them to take care of their body with fitness and with diet, but I hadn't really put the pieces together that what they put on their skin was important as well. And so once that all clicked for me, I was able to share with people the combination of all of this. So this is basically a concise version of everything that's going on with the vision behind Eva Vegan Spa and what I'm doing and putting into the products. Everything is geared towards I have to personally test it, and I really don't want to break out. I don't like being miserable in my own skin. In fact, I use nothing but my own products on my body, and my skin feels better at 40 than it did at 25. So for me, I'm not wanting to have any negative or bad reactions with it. And so everything that I choose to buy, whether it's a new butter that I'm offering or a new oil that I'm wanting to put in, whether it's the armpit detox or whether it's the deodorant or the salt scrubs, I have to test it on myself. And since my skin is so sensitive, I think I have a good gauge that if it's not causing me to break out, it's not going to be causing other people that have really bad skin sensitivities to break out. Actually, on the contrary, when you're putting skincare on your body that is the quality of food grade, you should actually be having healing from eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis. Of course, I'm not a doctor and all that. I can only share with you the experiences that other people have had. So to say all that and to make it concise with what is behind the company and the mission that's driving the company, I wanted to start offering these live videos and have you send in the questions that you have. Similar, or an example of a question that somebody had is that they had deodorants that were not working at all. And they wanted to know if the product that I was making for deodorant would actually work for them. So they tested it out, and it actually did not work for them. However, I suggested that they do an armpit detox. And it turns out that they went from having a lavender lime deodorant combination that I had made not working for them to doing the detox, the armpit detox, and within 3 days they were able to use the unscented deodorant that is in my line and had absolutely no body odor. So it's not, I guess sometimes we don't realize that when we're using conventional products that we don't necessarily realize that we need to detox even our skin. You know, the pores need to have things that are cleansed out of it. So even doing a detox on the skin can make that much more of a difference on getting good use out of your natural products. Because it's really easy to just say, oh, this natural product, it doesn't really work, and so I need to go back to the chemical laced products. That's not always actually accurate. In fact, whenever you're transitioning products, your skin is trying to rebalance and trying to transition through that change. And so it's not always going to look pretty. You are going to have maybe some body odor, or you might have a little bit of a breakout. Now, I take a lot of care of my skin, doing detoxes and scrubs and stuff like that. So if I do transition between a new product that I'm offering, I actually don't get breakouts, but that has a lot to do with detoxing my skin. So I think for next week, I'm going to make the topic about the importance of detoxing the skin and the ways that you can detox the skin. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you some time to think about what type of questions do you have? What can I do to help enhance your natural body care products? I would love to hear what type of challenges that you're experiencing using the body care products that are organic and natural. And when I say the organic or natural, some things aren't always able to be sourced organically, and so it's natural. And natural doesn't actually mean that it does have chemicals. Maybe it has no chemicals whatsoever. But I think in the industry in general, organic and natural has been so overused and mixed up and not clarified for the public. And so we'll touch on that another day about the topic of organic and natural and what it really means in the marketplace and what to look for on labels and stuff like that. There's so much information. I want to feed your noggin. I can get super passionate about this, and so once I get more comfortable with figuring out how to do all these Facebook Live things, it took me like 15 minutes to figure out how to do a Facebook Live today. So, and I was a prior computer junkie, so I don't know. I haven't caught up with the technology industry, but anyway, I'll catch up with it. And I just want to feed you everything that I have learned through the years about how to care for the skin properly. And I just saw somebody jump on, so hi there. But I want to give you the power, empower you to really understand how to care for your skin and help you to get to the point where as you age, your skin actually improves. and you don't have issues as you age. Now, we know that with aging, we're probably going to experience some wrinkles and stuff like that, but there's so much that goes into proper skincare, and it's really not that difficult. I really don't spend a lot of extra time. I have my normal cleansing regimen, my normal hydrating my skin regimen, and it's nothing that is it's not overbearing. I mean, I have a pretty busy life running the business and taking care of family and pursuing other passions that I really don't have a lot of time to be doing this. So I want to empower you to know that you can do all this without adding in so much extra to your schedule just to get the skincare that you would really like. So I'll see you next week, Friday. Feed your noggin. That'll be at 9 a.m. Talk to you soon.